Hey everyone. So today in this session, I'll be taking you through how do we leverage AI, right, to help us expedite the decisions which we take based on the company data we have. So in this very simplistic example, what I am doing is taking the hypothetical company's data into an Excel. So I got that hypothetical data from ChatGPT, right? So I have stored that in Excel. Now what I do is I as a user ask questions to the GPT, right? So inside the GPT, what would happen is the LLM would understand the user question which I am asking, and then it would write a Python code to execute. First of all, to understand what it is going to do, right? Then it will write that code and execute it to give us the answers, right? So this is what is I have written. So data is stored in Excel. Then LLM understands the user question and correspondingly writes the Python code for the answer. It executes that code on the fly and gives us the answer. Now, this is the very simplistic version, assuming that the company data lies in an Excel. But going forward in the next video, what I would do is store that data in a warehouse. So I can have that data warehouse as maybe an Azure warehouse or a Snowflake or something else, right? But I can then show it to you that how do you connect a Python app to that warehouse and get it done. As I said, this is a simplistic version. So let's see an example of this, how the company's data looks like. So this is some hypothetical company called ABC. This is what it looks like. These are the different leads of the company. Okay, these are the different leads, and these are the opportunity owner. This is the customer name, customer company, etc., etc., etc. And our job is to ask the LLM questions, ask the GPT questions, and get the answers of it. Okay, so this is how it is. It's right now in Streamlit as you see, and it says that it can do the funnel management or lead management analysis. So let's ask, compare the funnel across different years. Okay, this is what we ask. Compare the funnel across different years. You understand what the question is, and then it executed this code. So how beautifully it executed that, found out, grouped the funnel by year, and gave us the answer, right? So this is how it looks like. You could also ask such as a funnel across different years, okay, for North America, let's say, alright, in a specific sector such as retail. Okay, so retail is one of the sectors. So it will execute that as well in the filters. Okay, so first time it wrote an incorrect code, but then it understood that the code is wrong, and then this is what it did. As you could see, it has already applied a filter on North America and also retail. This is what we wanted. This is what it is showing, that how the funnel is across different years. So that's the beauty of it, right? So I have not specified anything very particular. I just asked a question in normal human language, and this is what it has given to us. So imagine the power of this code. If you work on millions and millions of rows, and if you want to do some data analysis, this is where your GPT could be extremely, extremely helpful. And as I said, right now in this episode, I'm just going to show it to you how to do it on an Excel file. But in the next few videos, I can show it to you how can you do it on cloud version, right? And many more things. So that was there. Looking at the overview of the LLM GPT, this is how it works. So this lead management tool comprises of two agents, agent one and agent two. Agent one is this one, the tool which is used for prediction of the existing opportunities. I'll come to that soon. And the other tool is any question apart from the prediction. Now, how the LLM identifies which tool to use when is basis the description. Okay, so FM miscellaneous tool object is used whenever answering questions related to funnel, and it should not be used for finding probability of opportunities to be won. This is what I explicitly stated. Whereas for prediction tool object, I'm stating that a tool for answering questions related to probability of open opportunities to be won, right? So this is what the LLM reads, and then it knows that which tool to be invoked when, right? Let's take one more example. Let's say, okay, sort the lead source. I think this is what is new is lead source by funnel in 2020 for North America. So what I'm saying to it is that give me the value by lead source by funnel, right, in 2023 for North America. Now let's see what it does to you. Beautiful, right? So this is, you see how nicely it understood the question and wrote the code on the fly, right? So beautifully and executed it as well. And then you could see that the best performance is coming from advertisement. Okay, so this is how it worked. All right, so this was the first part. Now I want to go through something which is, I think, more beneficial, because the thing is, this is something which you could still do. But what I'm going to show it to you next is how do you use it to predict which opportunities are going to be closed, right? And what is the probability of that? Okay. So for doing that, we'll need two things. And this is what I'm going to show to you. So first of all, you will need to develop a model, right, offline, because I really don't trust LLM for prediction as of now. I'm not sure how good or bad that is. So what I've done is I developed that model, a classification model for predicting the probability of opportunities to be won offline. When I say offline, it could be um, any other tool on your system. So in this case, I use Jupyter in my local system for developing that particular tool. I trained it on the opportunities which are won or lost, and in the on the same data set, right? And then once that was done, I imported it into my code, right? And then I used it for the prediction. So you see, these were the columns which I used in my existing data for all those rows which were either won or lost. All right. And then I think I deployed random classifier, random forest classifier, and on top of it, it also tells you that what is the feature importance, right? Which parameters are important in terms of prediction. All right. So this is what I did, and then it also can predict the open opportunity. So let's ask what is probability of winning open opportunities in North America. You see, this is, it understood that okay, this is FM prediction tool which it needs to be invoked. All right, so I think there's some error. Let's ask something like this. What is probability of, okay, so I asked what is the probability, and now it worked well. So I think there would be some typo which I would have done in the earlier question. So first of all, it understood that which tool needs to be invoked, FM prediction tool, and how did it identify? Because in the question it could see that I'm asking about the probability of open opportunities. Okay, so first of all, it filtered that, and then it applied this particular logic. All right, and on top of it, it deployed the machine learning model, right? The model which we had developed offline and integrated into this particular code using Pickle. Okay, I can also show it the code to you where you could see how it's imported. Okay, so you would see something called as your model. All right, so this is how you import the particular model, right? So you store it into the format such as Pickle, and then you can import it in safely into your system. All right, so this was it. And so in this episode, I took you through that. How can you simply develop GPT on top of the data which you have, right? And what could be the different functionalities? So over here, I showed you two functionalities. One was related to the prediction of open opportunities, and the second one was anything apart from that. I also took you through that. How would you use? How can you develop the model offline, right? And then use it, integrate it into your system for writing code, and then take you through the nuances, took you through the nuances of which are the columns which I took, right, and how do you, what is the feature significance of that. One question which might arise in your mind is which is the LLM which I'm using, what is the model? So I use this model which is called Llama 3.3 70B versatile, and trust me, it is very, very fast. As you could see, it just understood the question, executed it on the fly. So I would put it in parallel with GPT, right? 4.0, OpenAI GPT 4.0 in terms of execution, in terms of understanding the question, in terms of the speed of execution. So I really like that. And I use the Grok on top of which this model is built. So Grok is essentially has the LPUs, and it helps you in the faster execution of code. So yeah, all of this, trust me friends, is free. right? The only restriction which might come is in terms of the tokens. So LLM, this Llama 3.370B only supports a few set of tokens in the few initial hours, right? So you might want to purchase more tokens if you would want to do it on more data set. But trust me, this works really, really well, and the speed is also lightning fast. Understanding of the model is also quite good, right? So with that, I'd like to close this episode. But in the in-sync sessions, I'll take you through how do you store this data in a warehouse, how do you fetch that data from a warehouse, execute GPT on top of it, and get your answers. So that's it for today's session. Thank you.